Need to make sure you understand this problem in part 6 speaking, because a lot of people lose marks here because they don't understand you are supposed to explain a difficult situation using emotional intelligence. So this is the question where you are given two options. Let's assume there's a situation where the question is about going out to eat at a restaurant. Now your son wants to go out and you have to convince your son that we should not go out. Option 2 would be tell your spouse that you should go out. So you pick one option here in the preparation time, which is 60 seconds. Let's say I talk to my spouse because talking to her is easier than talking to a kid. You want to change your words for a kid. So I'm going to go with the spouse. And I'm going to start by saying, hey, honey. Make sure it's natural. Whatever you say. If you say the name of your spouse, say it. If you don't have a spouse, make up one. Be natural. And again, depending on the situation, you say a greeting like, how are you or how's it going? In this situation with the spouse, it's a spouse. We see her or him every day. We're not going to use a greeting. Hey, honey, listen. This is where you start addressing the situation directly because you don't have much time. You have to give a lot of reasoning within this 1 minute of speaking. Listen, I think we should, or I believe we should. And right here, give your opinion, mention it right away, be straightforward. We'll come to the reasoning later. Listen, I think we really should go out and take Scott for a meal because it's been a while. We have to consider that, and here is where you start your first point. Now you can use words like firstly, secondly, but they will seem odd in this kind of scenario because you're talking to your wife or husband. You don't use a step-by-step connected formula. Here you want to be natural. You want to say something like, we have to consider the fact that he has been doing really good at school. His homework has been phenomenal, and I just want to make sure he sees that we're here to reward him on good performance. Moreover, now here you use a connector for your second point, moreover, likewise also. And in this case, I'm going to say plus, because it's informal, plus I think we should also go out. I'm kind of tired of our mundane routine every night sitting in front of the TV without even popcorn. I believe we deserve a treat ourselves too. What do you think? Include questions here naturally if you can. If you don't, include them. It's not a problem. It's not mandatory. Now here is where people lose marks because you got to realize this is a difficult situation. You have to give an emotional statement, which could be either an apology or an alternative. An apology would be something like, I am sorry if this upsets you. You know, I always side with you. However, just for the sake of Scott and our family, I believe it'll do a lot of good for all of us. This is with an apology. An alternative would have been, now I understand this is not what you wanted and this is not your expectation of tonight. However, I promise you, next week we'll schedule all activities as per your liking. I guarantee it. And that's your other emotional side. So you are giving reasoning. You are backing up your reasoning with an emotional understanding that, hey, I can either apologize to you because I'm not doing what you want me to do, or I'll give you an alternative. And that wraps up a very good answer with a broad range of sentences, expressions, and vocabulary. Finally, depending on the situation, you want to finish up with words like, for example, in this case, I would say, let me know your thoughts. I hope you agree with me. You know, I'm recommending all of this as your best friend and husband. That's going to be my conclusion in this case. In other cases, it would be something like, let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. And if you're rushing, the best way to finish is let me know your thoughts, because that's a very small sentence, perfect when you're about to finish off with the conclusion. You can also add stuff like take care, talk to you soon, if it's not your wife or if it's someone who you're going to wait on hearing from or you see less frequently. Make sure you use these tips and tricks and follow our channel for more CELPIP speaking parts coming up very soon.